Another international custody battle ends in a happy reunion between a father and his two children. Now, this is video of Alejandro Mendoza shortly after reuniting with his daughter, who's 3 years old, and whose son is 6. They were at JFK Airport. The children made the trip from South Korea after a bitter battle and allegations of abuse. Joining us this morning is Alejandro Mendoza. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations. You finally have your children back home with you. How are things going?
It's so beautiful to have my children back. It was a year and 2 months since the last time I saw them. The most beautiful thing was when the airplane doors opened. I didn't know what to expect. They haven't seen me for so long. My son started running towards me and hugged me. And then my daughter, she cannot run as fast. She's only 3. As soon as she jumped in my arms, she put her head right here. This was her favorite spot. And she just stayed there until we came out of the airport. It was the most beautiful reunion that I could ask for.
Well, I'm so happy for you. Let's get everybody up to speed on what happened. You went with your wife at the time to Korea for a job.
Yes.
And then what happened?
Things were not working out quite well in Korea. The job situation was not what we expected. Financially was not great. And I expressed to my wife that I would be coming for 1 week to the USA to make sure that our job situation was okay to come back a little earlier than planned.
You were a classical violinist.
Yes.
And also, you play all over the world, and you also teach here in Manhattan.
Manhattan School of Music and also Columbia University.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so when you came back here, what happened?
Then my wife called me from Korea and told me not to come back to Korea, that she would raise the children, and she told me furthermore that she was making some criminal accusations against me in a country where I would not be able to defend myself.
So basically she said what, that you were a sexual abuser?
Exactly, yes. The most hurtful thing that can be said about a father. And I asked her, how can you do such a monstrous thing? And she told me, by the contrary, you just stay in the U.S. You should be thankful that I'm calling you and telling you, you stay safe over there, don't come back. I told her, I'm not abandoning my children, I'm coming. So I did travel on May 9th, 2009, and that's when she disappeared with my 2 beautiful children in Korea, and I could not find them anywhere.
It took you over a year to get your children back. And here, it was quite a legal battle. You spent so much money.
Everything that I had. I sold my violin. I'm a violinist.
You sold your violin?
I sold my violin. I'm losing my house. So many things, but it doesn't matter. My children are back. Material things I will rebuild one by one.
What was the break in the case? How were you able to get your kids back?
There was an arrest warrant issued by the state of New Jersey since my wife refused to bring these 2 American children back to America. And she traveled to Guam, where she was picked up by law enforcement over there. And then she was extradited. And this is very important that this is the way it worked, because there are so many other American children who are kidnapped right now, thousands of American children in many countries. And it has been very difficult to bring them back. And this is perhaps a working model that can be used for other cases. I feel very strongly that we cannot abandon our other American children. My children are here today, and it's beautiful, but there are children crying because they don't see their parents, and their parents are here also crying because they don't see their children.
How are the kids doing now that they're with you?
There is a little bit of a language barrier. My daughter was just learning to speak when she was in Korea with me. She was 2 years old. And when I left, then she didn't see me anymore, and she only learned Korean. My Korean is very bad. I speak a little bit. I read and write Korean, but my spoken Korean is not
good. Do they ask for their mommy, though?
Right now they're asking for grandma because they have not seen their mother for 4 months now. She has been in custody for 4 months. And what I did is I put them on the phone with their grandmother already in 2 occasions. They've been here 2 days.
But they seem to be doing okay?
They're very happy. You know, the beautiful thing that I see is, since they have gone through so much at their young age, they're so close together. They hold hands, they walk around. My son is only 6, but he's very much an older brother. He takes care of his little sister.
Well, we are so happy for you, Alejandro Mendoza.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in here, and I hope everything works out for you and your family.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to be here.
And you can read more about Alejandro's story on our website, myfoxny.com.